In a quiet American town, nestled between rolling hills and winding roads, lived a retired high school teacher named Mr. Thompson. He wasn't rich, didn't seek attention, and never raised his voice. But everyone knew he was the kind of man who could outthink anyone in a debate, even without a law degree. He'd taught civics, literature, and ethics for over 30 years, and his former students still quoted him at town halls and dinner tables. Just down the road lived Mr. Carter, a local attorney with a reputation for being slick. He wore tailored suits, drove a leased BMW, and had a habit of turning simple contracts into complex puzzles. Carter had built his career on technicalities, winning cases not because he was right, but because he knew how to bend the rules without breaking them. One summer, the town faced a drought. Lawns turned brown, creeks dried up, and water became a hot commodity. Mr. Carter, who owned a private well, saw an opportunity. He approached Mr. Thompson with a deal. He'd sell him the well outright, no strings attached. Or so it seemed. Mr. Thompson, always thinking of the community, agreed. He paid in full, signed the paperwork, and began letting neighbors draw water from the well. It was a gesture of goodwill, something Carter never quite understood. 2 days later, Carter showed up at Thompson's door. He wasn't smiling. He had a folder in hand and a tone that reeked of courtroom drama. "Mr. Thompson," he said, "I sold you the well, yes, but not the water inside it. That wasn't specified in the contract. If you want to use the water, you'll need to pay a monthly fee." Thompson blinked. "You're saying I own the well, but not the water?" "Exactly," Carter replied smugly. "The structure is yours. The contents are mine. It's a matter of legal interpretation. Word spread fast. By noon, half the town had gathered near the well. Some were confused, others were angry, but Thompson remained calm. He walked up to Carter, looked him in the eye, and said, "I was actually about to call you. I wanted to let you know that you should come remove your water from my well. Otherwise, starting tomorrow, I'll be charging you rent for storing your property on mine." The crowd went silent. Carter's face froze. His mouth opened, then closed. He stammered, I was just joking." Thompson smiled. "You know, this is how people like you become lawyers, by studying with people like me." Laughter erupted. Neighbors clapped. Even the mayor, who'd come by to see what the fuss was about, chuckled and shook his head. Carter turned and walked away, his pride bruised and his scheme dismantled. The well remained with Thompson, the water flowed freely, and the story of the teacher and the lawyer became local legend, retold at barbecues, PTA meetings, and even in the civics class at the high school where Thompson once taught. Because in that town, people learned something important. Cleverness without character is just manipulation. And wisdom, when paired with humility, is unbeatable. Thompson never gloated. He didn't post about it online or brag at the diner. He simply continued to live as he always had, quietly, generously, and with a mind sharper than any courtroom argument. Years later, when Carter had moved away and the drought was long forgotten, the story still lingered. It became a parable, a reminder that sometimes the best way to win isn't with force or fury, but with calm logic and a well-timed smile. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where someone tries to twist the rules to their advantage, remember Mr. Thompson. Remember the well. And remember that true intelligence isn't just about knowing the law. It's about knowing how to live. If you love this story, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that brains beat bravado.